Captain's log, start date 0206202011.0, Starship Excelsior's log NCC 77246. So, a couple phone calls came in. Like I said, one was kind of disturbing. Won't go into details yet. The second phone call was a call that went out. Chloe made a call to her mom, and her mom was like, I'll call you later. So I'm going to talk to some people today about resources in case I go hungry. I do have something to fall back on, but the reason for it is I got to get Chloe out of here. No ifs, ands, or buts. And that's one thing I want to talk to you all for a minute is I need to get Chloe out of here because of issues and problems and more. And et cetera, et cetera. Like I said, when Chloe's gone, I will personally make the time to sit down with you all and do a larger video to explain why Chloe left and etc. One is because I can't handle her, and two is Social Security lady finally realized that I can't support her, and she's like, "Oh, can you support?" Well, the thing is, Chloe called and said, "Look, I can't live on Rita's income. There's a lot of problems here. I don't want to get involved in these problems anymore because, Rita supported me for 4 years." And so the lady thinks that I'm being thrown away, pretty much. But, it's fine because, frankly, I just don't want to put up with the trouble of Chloe anymore. I mean, literally. I mean, to me, Chloe is nothing but trouble. And she's what they call the type of trouble that you think should be either in a group home or in a assisted living or in a hospital setting because of the issues going around. And it's draining me to the point where every time I turn around, I just don't want to deal with anything more. And with family and with friends and with everything on Facebook going on, I just can't take it anymore. Like I said in my first video, I removed Facebook because, I feel like, I'm like Captain Kirk. I have no diplomacy, but I am not an untried or unfit captain. I've been doing this for so long that I know what's what. And yet, people turn around and they get upset, And to me, I'm not at fault for anything, And I'm not going to take the blame for the mental clinics basically turning around and saying, "Oh, you need to support Chloe," when it's not my job to support Chloe. My job is to basically get through this advocate meeting coming up and then go from there. The reason I did a short video was because, my Skype kept ringing and I answered and it was advocates and then another call, another advocate, then another call on something else and another something else. And I mean, literally, it's like unstopped phone calls of stuff that I don't even want to deal with. And so to me, I'm like, look, and then Chloe had to call, and then Chloe had to do this, Chloe had to do that. And me, I went and walked Moppy. Literally, I went and walked Moppy because I'm not going to deal with a lot of crap anymore. I mean, literally, I will do what I can, but, my thing is people, my advocates like, well, why'd you remove yourself on Facebook? Simple. I got angry at my cousin-in-law basically stated something about don't buy a ticket. Well, if I'm not buying a ticket, I might as well just pump the money down and buy a ticket for Chloe then. Chloe can go home. Then I don't have to deal with her. No one has to deal with her. And I'm getting tired of people turning around and saying, not my problem. Well, might not be your problem, but the problem is what comes to Chloe. Chloe, she's her own problem, okay? She likes to cause trouble. And to me, I'm not allowing it. So I'm putting her on a train Monday morning. You're going to have to pay $250 to $300 to get her home. Literally flat out right. Her mom can get the information from me and she's out. I'll take a picture for all of you guys if you wish to prove that she's gone. Problem is, she's going bye-bye. Plain and simple. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not dealing with the trouble that I've had to deal with. And then, maybe then, I can actually have a vacation where I can heal without dealing with this troublemaker. I mean, look. I mean, let's break down the bullshit here for a second. Trouble. Plain and simple. Literally. I mean, I'm sitting here dealing with all this stuff, right? As you all know, Sheriff came out the other day and was asking Chloe about threats. Asked me first. I said, oh, yeah, she did this, this, and this. Plain and simple. Chloe. They thought Chloe was suicidal. No, not suicidal. Okay, bye-bye. I mean, literally, you make threats, you basically get arrested. Apparently, doesn't work for Chloe. She's too mentally ill, so she gets away with doing whatever she wants. I mean, then the mental clinics, by the way, turn around and they tell me that it's unwarranted to call them to get her into a hospital because, you know, it's a waste of resources and taxpayer funds because she needs something else. So they tell me to think about sending her home. Well, I've been begging her mom to do it. Her mom won't do it. So what happened? Lo and behold, I got to do it. Now I'm doing it because I don't want any more trouble from Chloe. I don't want Chloe causing me to be evicted. I don't want Chloe to cause me to be evicted. Chloe basically makes threats against neighbors. Gets away with it. Manager goes, oh, okay, you know, we'll look the other way this time. But I'm walking on eggshells. Middle of the night, Chloe starts screaming and yelling and getting combative. Doesn't want me to leave. Doesn't want me to go anywhere. Doesn't want me to go to Portland. Doesn't want me to do this. Does whatever she can to whatever. And, you know, don't do this. Oh, you can't go to the store. I need a cell phone. I need this. I need that. The thing is the Social Security lady realizes that she's too much of a handful. And with my income being, and I told her how much I bring in, and she understands completely that it's not my job. I mean, literally, this morning, I have to make arrangements to go get hay for the little rugrat, my little bun. Fortunately, I'm getting to the point where there's a lot of problems here. A lot of problems. The manager keeps turning around and threatening that she can call in an inspection. 2 days inspection. She can file it on Friday and I have to be ready Tuesday. That means I have 4 days to clean and get this place in order for her, you know. And then on top of all this, Chloe's mom's like, the cheapest way is for the airport. Well, it's like $180 if I go fucking to the airport. Not including the $20 to get her to fucking Seattle by that. Not including $14 for a ferry ticket for me to go home once I get her to that. Then on top of that, I got to give her cash money just to get her to the fucking, from the King Street station in Seattle, the fucking SeaTac to go home. Meanwhile, Chloe, of course, is basically giving trouble. Literally. So, in the end, it costs her over $200. Might as well pay the $250 and just get her, let's see, $150, $180, $20, $200, plus $215, plus whatever. You look at the math and you figure it out. It's a lot of money. So I'm paying that anyway. So I might as well just plunk down that, get her to the train station, say we'll go home later, and that's it. I mean, then I'm not dealing with the manager over my head basically telling me outright that there's going to be inspection. And two, I don't have to deal with Chloe basically losing her marbles all the time, treating me like garbage, and then basically the mental health system saying, oh, well, you know, you triggered it. Really, I triggered it? So, oh, you can't go to Portland. You got to look after Chloe. Oh, you can't go to Ohio. You got to look after Chloe. Oh, you can't go to Alaska. You got to look over Chloe. I mean, I've had people say, come down, visit me in Texas. Oh, you can't go to Texas because you got to look after Chloe. It's not my fucking job. My fucking job is to live in peace. Not worrying about these fucking shithole things where she's not getting better on her own attitude. I mean, look. She turns around and she basically, you know, she gets away with bloody murder. Threatens the advocate. They don't want to deal with her. Chloe's like, oh, I need to go see the advocates with you. you made threats against the advocates. They don't even want to be in the same room as you. They know this. They heard it from other people. You don't think the neighbors next door, the neighbor upstairs, the neighbor next door, the neighbor upstairs, all basically hears Chloe scream about advocates and getting even with them. They know. They bring it to me and they're like, we can't take it, So I'm mostly stuck here. Literally. I mean, look at Chloe. Chloe basically is the type of person that is vengeful. Literally, it says in her medical records, vengeful. She wants to go after my sister in another state. I believe it's Kansas, all because of something happened. Or another sister in North Carolina. Or another sister in wherever. I mean, literally all my adopted family. Oh, well, that means I'm supposed to be by myself. Well, I don't want to deal with the responsibilities of this little crap going on in my life. I want to wake up in the morning. I want to have my morning coffee without asking about, is the orange dictator going to take away my hormones? I mean, he may be our president. We may have to show some respect, but I don't like it when, someone who's severely paranoid turns around. Okay, yes, I'm depressed. Why am I depressed? I'm not on Facebook, which I don't need to be. I'm pissed. I'm really pissed. It's not my family's fault. It's my fault. Because, I didn't accept the fact that there could be errors in my ways, in my thinking. And that's where I'm upset at myself. I'm upset at myself because my family doesn't realize that I didn't take into account prescription drug coverage just goes up. I just checked my thingy, my prescription drug coverage. They're charging me like $90 a month for prescription drug coverage, which gets paid. The state pays a lot of it. So whatever I'm not paying, they pay. And I just looked at it and it's like everything that I'm on, I got to pay more now. And my family's like, oh, it sucks to be you. Well, no, it doesn't. It's something I didn't expect. I didn't expect it. Now I look at it and I see where the commander-in-chief's sitting there saying, well, we need to lower the drug prices for the elderly. Oh, yes, that's great. I agree completely. Now that I know then I have people say, oh, well, it's estrogen and it's hormone blocker and it's this. I don't have a hormone blocker, but you get the idea. It's more money now because it's transgender related. So if a genetic woman's going to have to pay $200 to $300 for their estrogen because or progestin or whatever, it's because, they hear these training going, oh, yeah, my prescription coverage covers this, I'm on disability, covers that. Me, I must be getting the shitty state then or something because my bill just went through the fucking roof, And then to me, I'm sitting here thinking it's not my family's fault. I didn't expect to go online and check my balance and be like, ooh, wow, I'm $91. So I should say $991. I'm thinking my electric subsidy. $91 less. Oh well. Then I was told, oh yes, don't worry, you can get your electric bill, right? My advocate messaged me and she says, oh yeah, your bill's 6 to 12 weeks until you get it added to your bill. Until then, you pay your bill. So I asked her, I said, I'm supposed to go to Portland. She says, nope. Seems you can't because you got a fucking bill that's too high. Well, she turned around and tells me, well, the problem is Chloe. Chloe's using a lot more electricity. I mean, I try taking a bath once a week. People say, oh, what's that smell? And it's like, oh, it's me. Why don't you take a bath every day? Oh, Chloe takes a bath every day, drains the water tank takes a lot of electricity. I figure why not save somewhere along the line. Two people would basically be between 180 and 300, they said. So I cut out my baths. I cut out, flushing the toilet. No wonder why the toilet's looking a little nasty, but you get the idea. I'm trying to cut corners every time I turn around because I got people turning around, advocates, family members saying, close friends, you can't afford this, you can't afford that. Yeah, I can't afford it. Literally, I can't. I mean, literally, let me put it this way. I turn around, okay? I tell Chloe outright, I need ribs. She goes and gets ribs. I tell Chloe, I need chicken tenders, chicken fries, chicken strips. She goes and does it because I use my own card. Then she goes on her food stamps and buys a box of Cheez-Its, for example. I mean, you eat these and, you're supposed to use your money, your food stamps for actual nutritious food, not a box of Cheez-It or dip or more dip or more dip. I mean, literally, or cookies. Now, I bought my own cookies. See, the problem is I've been trying to cut out the sweets. I've been trying to cut out the chips. I've been trying to cut out whatever I can so I can tell her, look, these are not good for you. These aren't good for me. Save some money. She goes and buys the chips anyway. So in the end, I got all this crap going on, and people sit there and say, oh, well, you know. I mean, when it comes to walking on eggshells, I'm the one that's walking on them everywhere I go. Literally. And to me, I'm tired of fucking walking on eggshells. I mean, literally. I mean, people sit there and say, well, how come you're not on your spreadsheets? Well, they're done. Well, how come you're not doing your movies? Because I'm dealing with phone calls in the morning. Phone calls to people that call me like, oh, we're with, and it's like, what do you want with me? Deal with Chloe. This is Chloe's problem. I don't want to fucking be someone's caretaker. That's the thing. I'm not getting paid. I don't get paid for anything. As a matter of fact, I'm paying less and less. You know, I mean, what I'm saying is I don't have enough money in my pocket, you know, and, you know, to find out the electric bill goes up, oh, well, you know, that, again, was my fault. I didn't plan for it. I didn't plan for $60. I didn't budget for $100. I didn't budget for 122. 62, 121, 62, because I figured it was all covered on the credits that me and Chloe acquired. It wasn't. Then I'm told, oh, well, you know, you need to do this. So my advocates and I are brainstorming today, trying to figure out what to do with Chloe. Literally, this is just a big mess. I mean, literally. Over the weekend and all the way to this week, it's nothing but, oh, this or that. Sheriffs come out. Other things come up. I can't take this anymore. Literally, my family doesn't realize that I can't take rejection easy. And then I get rejected by, well, what do you think? The people don't realize, as Poppy said, that people need to realize there is freaking problems, okay? Problem one, my family should sit there and basically, they know I'm disabled. They should sit there and say, well, you know, as Poppy said, have some compassion and say, you know, don't worry about this. Don't worry about it. You're letting it eat you. It is eating me. Why? Because, one, I didn't budget and I wasn't told. 6 to 12 weeks. Electric company and the freaking advocate today told me 6 to 12 weeks. They didn't tell me this. That I can live with, you know, not calculating it, you know, I'll do it. Then, you know, they turn around and they're like, then, you know, there's the meds. I didn't plan it. I mean, I contacted my insurance place for my prescription coverage. They're like, oh, yeah, prescription go up. But because you don't get meds about twice a year, then, you know, you're one of these people that you need higher premiums because you don't get meds filled that often. You're healthy. And then on top of all of this, I didn't budget. I budgeted $16 for meds, not $91. There goes that. But I still have money to get to Portland. But problem is, oh, don't worry about it, really. Then, you know, I'm being bothered. So what did I do? I deleted at 6 in the morning. I deleted my Facebook account because I just didn't want to deal with it. I was so angry that I'm dealing with, you know, don't worry about it. Chloe knows I need this vacation. She basically made it so I couldn't go to Portland. Oh, well, if you go to Portland, I end up at the hospital, and then the neighbor has to watch the bunny. I mean, literally, someone has to watch the bunny. Right. You know, besides liquor and a chocolate box, the only other thing I got for Valentine's is these cherry-infused chocolates, you know, which are sealed. So, you know, I just wanted to see what these were anyways. But, yeah, apparently I got cherry, you know. And so, to me, I just don't want to deal with all the shit. Literally, I'm dealing with enough as is. I mean, look, Chloe's mom's like, you know, oh, I'll call you later today, hon. Well, even if you do, the problem is I might be already buying her a ticket out because I don't want to deal with her anymore. Literally, doesn't anyone realize this? I'm tired of having people tell me it's your problem. It's not my problem, okay? My problem is fucking getting away from this shit. I mean, literally, she had the balls today to call Social Security up and tell the lady where to stick it. And the lady's like, okay, if you want us to cancel, we'll cancel. She's like, look, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the state. I don't want Rita to financially take care of me. I mean, literally. I mean, Chloe's sitting there wondering, well, can you afford my hormones if I have to pay out of the pocket? Do I look like I can afford hormones? I mean, a little vial was $91. Hormone blockers, who knows? $6, $12, $60. I mean, literally. And to me, I'm sitting there going, what am I going to do? I mean, literally. Am I going with you to Wenatchee? I hope not. I mean, I'm going to be really hurting in March. If I get to Portland, it'll be April or May. If then. I mean, literally. And I say if then because then I might be recovered enough to do this without any problems. I mean, literally. I mean, I have friends who want to meet up with me in Quincy and Wenatchee and Moses Lake. But guess what? Honestly, I shouldn't have moved all the way out here because it was the worst thing to do. Ferry tickets, expensive. But you know what? I never took the bus anywhere except for the little shuttle to Wenatchee from Moses Lake, so it was fine. Like $5 a trip. So I took 3 or 4 trips once a week to see the psychiatrist or the therapist or the doctor or whatever, and I made arrangements, so it was fine. But, the problem is Chloe. Chloe is the problem. And then I have to sit here and basically lose my mind because of it. I mean, my advocate's like, we'll see you soon. Yes, we have an appointment today. I have an appointment. They don't want to see Chloe because Chloe's always doing something stupid. Literally, it's all about stupidity. And why am I saying this now? It's because, frankly, I'm fed up. And I'm letting this eat me. I mean, literally, I deleted my Facebook account out of anger, out of stupidity. Usually, I am the smart one. I don't sit there. I sit there and say, okay, I need a break from Facebook. I go off of Facebook. But today, I just fucking snapped, And I apologize to anyone watching this. I fucking snapped to the point of no return. Didn't want Facebook. Deleted Messenger off the tablet. Messenger off of this. Messenger off that. I didn't want it anywhere. If I went into literally, I removed myself because I just didn't want to deal with it, and, with all the shit stacked up, I'm basically struggling, Advocates are calling, fucking crisis teams calling, fucking, oh, you need to go to a hospital, Rita, Chloe thinks you need to. Oh, really? I drink over a fifth of Fireball, which equals over a fifth out of this box. And you call me on a Thursday after I got it a couple days ago and drank it all, and now I'm fucking getting over the fucking... I mean, it's just amazing. Well, we didn't feel safe coming out there. I wasn't violent, was I? No, then what's the fucking problem? I'll tell you what the fucking problem is. The problem is Chloe. They don't want to admit it. Oh, well, we need to help you. And said, no, you don't need to help me because, frankly, look at Chloe. I mean, literally, Chloe is Chloe, and I'm basically fed up. I mean, literally, I'm fed up. I just don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with the responsibilities. I mean, look, my cousin-in-law makes jokes about, me making jokes with her about jobs, right? Oh, I want to do a job where I can sit at home and make clothes and sell jewelry. That's cool. I support you. I'm actually 100% for it. But when I made the joke about being a cubicle rat basically the rest of your life, there was a joke as in you're going to be stuck behind on a computer doing your job, and that was a joke. And she's like, gee, Rita, you know how to make a girl feel, but no one realizes someone like me can be pushed over the edge by something stupid like, please don't come out. Well, what if my ticket was purchased? Well, let's see. Call them up, canceled it. They didn't know the ticket was purchased. It was all set, but I didn't expect a $91 hormone bill or $122, whatever. And I was getting ready to do PayPal, but you know what? It doesn't matter because, frankly, nothing matters anymore. I mean, I don't want to deal with fucking people. I mean, look at my sister. Every year, she's always telling me, you know what? I tell my sister, yeah, I'm going through a little hell. She's like, get rid of Chloe. Chloe, I mean, family turns around and friends turn around And they say as long as Chloe's got a freaking roof over their head, food in their belly, they can mooch off me. And frankly, I don't like that. I don't want to be fucking used as a mooch. I want to fucking be happy. And then you hear, well, if you really want Chloe out, you need to buy her a ticket out. Well, thing is I am. I'm going to be buying a ticket today. I'm making sure she gets on the fucking train Monday because I'm done with this. I'll make sure she gets on the 5 o'clock ferry to go to the fucking train station because I'm going to make sure she gets on that train before I go home. And that's it. I'll make sure her mom knows that it isn't her and it isn't, I mean, it literally is. It is Chloe, but it isn't Chloe. The thing is, there's a whole bunch of stuff pushing me to push Chloe away. One is Chloe can't get better. Chloe doesn't like something, she attacks something. She basically does it. I mean, look, she wants to go after someone because an ex-roommate is helping someone where a kid's taking his Social Security money and buying a robot that's a robot model is $300. Oh, not to include $140 an ounce of pot. Now, my cousin would basically be ripping me a new asshole if I was spending $140 an ounce of pot. She knows I'm not a pothead, but still, she would basically rip me a new asshole if I even did it. It'd be like one of those I'm addicted to pot type things. I mean, literally, now my family knows I have a problem with alcohol, but my problem is the alcohol is the problem. Chloe knows this. Chloe basically fueled it because she thought it'd be funny, and I can tell her mom off. And then I blacked out. And when I woke up, I checked my foot, and I have 3 fucking broken toes, which is fine. Oh, there's a beautiful girl right there, a little deer girl. And hello, girl. Just sitting outside the window, but you get the idea. So Chloe's the type who thinks that Social Security shouldn't be paying $140 an ounce for pot or $300 for a robot. I mean, I struggle all the time. People sit there and say, oh, well, you're just jealous. You can't spend $140 on booze. If I spent $140 on booze, I would be basically having a fucking payee. Not, oh, well, I have all this cancer. Well, I don't care. I mean, literally, people think of me as, the goody-goody. Maybe I am too goody-goody, but I've learned a long time ago, you basically, when it comes to certain things, you stay the fuck out of it. Like Chloe wanted to go after someone because of pot. Sorry, but if someone wants to spend $140 of their disability money to get pot so they can get through cancer, well, that's fine. It'd be $140 of meds, but guess what? Not my problem. There's another deer. Only got a pointy on it. That's a 6-pointer. My point is look at the big picture. I mean, literally, I can't fucking take much more. I mean, literally. And I'll tell you why I can't take much more. Okay? Chloe turns around. And she's always talking about getting on Social Security, getting on disability. And it's like, look, you're not on disability. You've been waiting 4 years. You've delayed it. Your medical records, you didn't want them to have it because the records state you abused Rita. They put it all in her records. Now it's wants Social Security monies or wants this. Now, she told the Social Security lady, and the lady's like, oh, I understand medically you're disabled, but, you need someone to look after you. No, she doesn't. Your old mom can do it. Yep, 6-pointer. I'm just looking at that buck right there. Winter buck. Wintertime buck. But my point is I'm not trying to be little Chloe in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, look how much shit I got to go through. Mental clinics? I mean, look, the lady turned around and told me either I take care of Chloe or I spend the money and get her out of my life. Well, I've decided to get her out of my life because I'm not tolerating this shit. And frankly, right now, until I fucking recover, and this is where I'm coming with my story, until I get fully recovered and healed from this 4-year ordeal, I just don't want to be on Facebook. I'll start a new account when the time comes. But right now, I don't want to be on Facebook. Literally. I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't plan to be on Facebook. I plan to do these videos from time to time, event about what's bothering me the most. I do it all the time. People say, oh, you're not forgetting about Chloe. She wouldn't be this way. No, it's not that. Chloe's not going to change. Chloe won't change. She'll set a fucking fire, roll toilet paper, and throw it in the air laughing because she can. I mean, she's basically what we call a rebel. She'll do what she wants or a vigilante. You piss her off, she goes and does something different that you don't even expect. I mean, literally. And then it gets in her medical record. Then they say, oh, she's disabled. But it's all in the hands of the lady who makes the final decision at the office. Oh, I can clear her for benefits, but it's all in the hands of the field office. Everything's in the hands of field offices nowadays. Field offices for Social Security. I mean, literally, how much more does someone like me take? I mean, look at Chloe, for example. Chloe turned around today, okay? Again, my advocates asked the question. I sit here, okay? People sit here and say, oh, well, what's your problem? Well, let me put it to you this way. I don't get enough entertainment time, my gaming time. If I had my gaming time, I'd be a little more uncranky. But instead, I'm dealing with Chloe. I'm dealing with fucking walking on eggshells. She snaps just like that. 1 minute, she's fine. The next minute, she snaps. Next minute, she's evil laughing like she's got a knife in her hand ready to cut off a weenie or stab someone in the back. I mean, literally, you can't literally deal with it. And then people turn around and look at me like I'm the fucking problem. That's a beautiful deer. And so my problem is my advocates know I've been basically trying, and I figured she'd be on disability by now, medical records. But no, the lady says, oh, they're outdated. Well, who the fuck tells me these things? I mean, look at the fucking lady, okay? Let's look and talk about this lady for a second. She wants me to support Chloe. Now she's like, don't support Chloe, send her home. Chloe's mom can deal with the 26-month wait for disability. You've done almost 4 years, and it hasn't done you any good. Actually, 3 years. 3, let's get that technical. 3 years in April. And it still isn't doing any good. And all I want to do is buy a train ticket, get her out. Plain and simple. I don't want to deal with her. I mean, literally, I don't want any more fucking fallout from anything. I mean, my family knows this. They're like, my problem. Really. It isn't your problem. It's my problem. And no one realizes that she gets on a fucking train, comes out here, and lies to me, and then turns around and fucking does something else. Like, for example, I go up there, because I heard she was leaving to go back, and I couldn't figure out why. I found out because she's legally on the lease. There's nothing that can be done. Inmo's is like, manager loves her. Oh, Chloe's disabled. We have to look over her thing. Neighbors are all like, look, she threatened a black woman with a knife. Oh, well, Chloe's mental. We just look the other way. The black lady, of course, would beat the shit out of anyone. You're a white cracker, and she'll beat the fuck out of you with a bat, and she'll put a fucking slit in it to basically show, how many people she's assaulted with it. She's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on this bat. I mean, her bat is, she just puts, it's like that movie, it's like that fucking movie, Red Dawn. Kid sitting there with a butterfly knife. He's putting in how many fucking guys he killed. And the fucking colonel says, that all that hate's going to burn you up, kid. And he says, it keeps me warm. I mean, literally. I mean, what do I got to deal? What do I got to actually fucking deal with, huh? No one fucking understands. All they do is they fucking sit there and they push and they push and they push. I basically only have certain people to go event to besides YouTube. And one is, you go to her mom, oh, can you keep her hair a little longer? Yeah, you just don't want your fucking piece. But then again, mom will turn around and fucking do something stupid like, oh yeah, Rita's the problem, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, they're fucking calling me the problem. Or the fucking crisis team. Oh, Chloe gets me drunk, but it's okay. The crisis team wants to commit me because they think I have an alcohol problem. But Chloe has an alcohol and meth problem. But it's okay. It's okay. Chloe, they can squeeze my teats, getting milk, cashing me while cashing Chloe in, while Chloe gets treatment, and who gets fucking the bill? The state does. Meanwhile, everyone else around gets fucking shit on. And I get fucking no. I mean, look at it. I mean, I have to deal with fucking people every day. I call, oh, I can't cook. Can you do this for me? I mean, literally, I'm tired of fucking being the slave that fucking picks up and calls these people and say, oh, yeah, when the boat was broke down, can we reschedule? And then they reschedule when I'm supposed to be in Portland. And then, oh, I'm sorry, because, well, look, it's my fucking fault. I'm dwelling on it. It's my fucking fault. I didn't budget properly for the fucking $91 for hormones or $122, which I was told in January. It was like December 21st, we put in our application for the electric subsidy. I believe that's what the lady said it was. We were supposed to get our credits by now. Now they're like 6 to 12 weeks. And then people say, oh, well, yeah, it's my fucking fault. I'll blame it. I'm blaming myself for it because, I didn't expect it. And then I got Chloe going, you need to go to the mental hospital because if you go away, I need to, so my family thinks, oh, well, I must be making excuses. No, my excuse is I didn't budget properly. I'm fine. My excuse is I didn't budget, but $16, dude, there's like 30 deer out there right now. $16 for my estrogen. Turns out there's only $91 now. I've had advocates that I know. Chloe's ex-roommate looked into it and said it was expensive. It's more money than they can shake a leg to. But why? It's because it's more money. Basically, more money means more money means more money. In the meantime, people are pointing the fingers at me, blaming me for things that I have no control over. Look, for example, it's not my family's fault. But, as Poppy said, sometimes people need to have some compassion and say, they're not, oh, life sucks, deal with prescriptions. No, they should say, oh, you didn't take that into account? I only get my estrogen twice a year, so I didn't expect it to be $91. They say by 2021 it's going to be $180. I just found this out. $180 fucking dollars. How am I supposed to live, huh? Simple. Get rid of Chloe. Plain and simple. That's why, since I'm not going to Portland, I might as well just plunk the money down and get her a ticket to get her out of here because I'm not dealing with someone who's fucking threatening the fucking lives of people. Getting away with fucking bloody murder, blue murder, as my mom would say, and then getting away with not doing nothing. I mean, look at it. I mean, yes, I apologize to anyone watching it, Jose or Dinky or whatever. You can't find me on Facebook because I just can't deal with this shit anymore. Literally, I'm tired of fucking being belittled. Oh, it's my problem. My problem. It's not my fucking problem that I have to deal with someone who's fucking vengeful or someone who's fucking other reasons. I mean, look at it. I mean, I regret, the whole Jose thing, because regret not even telling Jose, hey, I'm on YouTube, you watch my captain's vlogs, I'm fine, hun. I just can't go on Facebook right now because I'm ass hurt. I mean, literally, I'm hurt at myself. I'm not hurt at fucking family. I'm not hurt at you, Jose. I'm not hurt at Dinky. I'm not hurt at Corey. I'm hurt at my fucking self. I'm living in hell, basically, and everyone knows it. Every time I turn around, I'm being belittled and attacked. And then people say, ooh, you need to do some. Really, I've been begging, okay? Here's how it works, okay? Let me use the restroom momentarily, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking and what my thoughts are, because I think it's time I tell you. Okay, I am back. So, let me put it to you this way. It's my fault on the hormones. I didn't expect it to be so much. It's my fault that I didn't budget the electric bill because I figured my advocates knew what they were talking about. So, did someone knock on the door? Then you have other issues, okay? Other issues. One, my depression. I get belittled over the smallest thing, like last night, trying to watch a movie, right? I'm sitting in my bed, having a glass of soda, and Chloe goes on, la 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 la, and I try to explain it. Next thing you know, she's raising her voice, getting combative, getting angry, and I'm like, look, you shouldn't be angry over this. It's stupid. Said, goes through the fucking roof again. Then I tell her, look, I can't take this. Then she rips me a new asshole. Then all day, I'm fucking upset. So what happens? This morning, I get up. Chloe twerks like a fucking fish. I get up, when a fish is out of water. I'm sitting there all tired, not much sleep, going, when am I going to get some sleep? Next thing you know, I'm thinking of my family. Yeah, everything's set. I'm going to Portland. I could use a decent night's rest. I get a message. Don't bother. Makes me hurt. Hurts me to no end. But at the same time, I'm fucking sitting there thinking, if it wasn't for fucking Chloe basically turning around and basically saying, oh, I'm going to go to the hospital and then the neighbor's got to watch Ebony. If you were going to take care of Bunny, why did I get it? Well, you know what? It's my responsibility. I'm not going to blame my family for it. Besides that, I like the little fuzzball. He's just so cute. But my point is when it comes to my family, they're probably wondering on Facebook, probably going to watch some of my YouTube vids. I said, wondering why I'm not on Facebook. We're going to watch my YouTube vids, put it together, and I'm not on Facebook because I'm pissed. I'm pissed because every time I try to set up something, I get some fucking excuse. And it hurts me. So I just don't want to deal with people anymore. Literally, I hear, oh, everyone on this island hates me. Everyone doesn't want me around. They hate me. They don't trust me. No, they don't. The thing is if you keep fucking opening your trap and making threats, then there's a problem. It makes me feel like that girl that does the video game reviews, Purple Maple Leaf. If you find a sunstone, give it to the rancher. She will raise fucking islands. Literally, to me, I feel like the same answers. If you have a problem, literally, it's not my family's fault, but my family's got to realize that I'm fucking buying a ticket. I'm not going to be pushed over the edge to do something stupid. And then they got to, honestly, quote unquote, be dealing with my funeral and everything else. No, I'm basically taking it one step by basically buying a ticket and saying, here's a ticket. Get out of here. Don't come back. And then I'm going to start to clean this place slowly and get it taken care of because I'm not going to be tolerating someone who's basically sitting there belittling me, attacking me verbally, and then saying, oh, it's my borderline. Look, it's like Poppy said. You basically say you're bipolar borderline, you're living in a curse. What you need to do is not even think about the disability. Just think, Chloe's not a good person. Look at her mom. Her mom knows this. That's why her mom wants, can you wait a little longer, Rita? Oh, I can get you a ticket next week. Oh, I can get you a ticket next month. Oh, I can get you a ticket next year. If I buy the fucking ticket and you don't pick her up, that's your problem, not mine. My problem is out. Plain and simple. I've told Chloe this time and time again. But family turns around and and friends, and they're right. They're basically right. They're turning around and saying Chloe doesn't want to leave. She's too comfortable. Freeload off Rita. Oh yes, getting Chloe to order coffee. Oh, that was a tragic. Took Chloe what? 4 days to make the decision. $4.37 a can. Oh yeah, I went online the other day and I was like, look, I'll get 4 cans of this, 2 cans of this. Well, my opinion on the 2 cans, I know my viewers are going to be laughing when they watch this, but the smooth, bold, and the extreme bold tastes like fucking drinking out of an ashtray. Literally. I've had some real funky coffees. I know my family's like, oh yeah, you're picky when it comes to coffee, but
I can brew up some cigarette ashes if you like.
No, thank you. If you had a cup of that coffee, you'd be saying the same fucking thing. It's fucking tastes like fucking. Literally tastes like you're drinking out of an ashtray. But My point is, Chloe knows I'm right, and the viewers are right. Chloe's mom's wrong, and my thing is I'm tired of people telling me that it's my problem. I mean, look, for fucking almost 3 years, it's been my problem, mind you, my problem to take care of Chloe. Oh, it's your problem. Oh, it's not my problem, really. Well, we wouldn't be in this mess if she stayed in Seattle. But she had her own agenda. But guess what? That fell through. Now she hates living on the side. I hated Moses Lake, actually. I really hated Moses Lake.
Well,
Quincy was my home.
Yeah, Quincy's your home, and if you get back to Quincy, take it.
Like I'm going to ever get there. As Gabby knows, I don't have a
Where
driver.
would you like to live?
Personally, I wanted to stay somewhere where I don't have any problems. I live in peace. That's what I want. But I'm not getting peace. I mean,
You'll get it once I leave, and you'll love it here.
well, I already love it here. I mean, I love living Moses Lake because I didn't have anyone pestering me. I mean, when Aaron died, it hurt me to no end. But my point is when it comes to Chloe knows this. I mean, she told the Social Security lady this morning, Rita can't take care of me. Rita can't take care of me. Well, Social Security lady was trying to, I think, sing a tune to Chloe. I was listening to a bit of it.
I said, if the ticket's bought, it's bought. I'm leaving.
Well, the ticket will be bought because anyway, look at it, you're leaving because I'm not having any more trouble. I mean, we're not talking trouble or problem trouble. I'm talking about in general because, I'm tired of the clinics turning around and basically charging me with the task of taking care of Chloe.
I just checked out the Amtrak ticket. I'll be in Pittsburgh next Thursday, 5:03 in the morning. 5:05 in the morning.
You see, as long as your mom gets you, you're fine, But the thing,
even if she doesn't, and I find somewhere to go, I'm fine.
Well, yeah, and that's fine because once I buy it, that's it, But I'm also working, as Chloe knows, with advocates. Make sure I don't go hungry because I'm paying for this ticket because, as everyone knows, I mean, here's the bottom line. The bottom line is, and I'm going to say this, I don't want any more trouble, okay? Chloe isn't getting better, okay? Everyone knows she goes to mental health. They dump all the problems on me. They're like, oh, yes, we're going to talk to Chloe, but we're going to milk Rita for every dime that Rita can support her on while waiting for disability. And if they find out she's on disability, they try to basically put in her record something else. And I don't want any more responsibilities. I do not want any more fucking responsibilities. I want to fucking wake up in the morning, have my morning coffee, listen to the birds chirp, and not hear, am I going to lose my hormones? Am I going to lose? Is the orange dictator? Or gets combative over a religious movie when I'm like, well, watch the movie. I've never seen this movie. And it's like,
I was curious about the movie because I was curious to know what happens because I've been getting into it.
Well, Poppy, on the other hand, was saying, that these movies in the Old Testament don't change, because God was vengeful. If you were bad, God will punish you. And if you're good, God will be good to you. And the stuff was like that. But, my point is, like I said, and so the advocates, they're working with me. And, they know I'm going through a lot of hell because, when it comes to Chloe's like, not easy to live with. I told the Social Security lady this many times. She's like, can you hold Chloe? But let me tell you something. When I was talking to that lady, Jess, over at the hospital the other day, right, Jesse? Did you notice she told me that it would cost me $20 to get you to Seattle, $20 to get you back. So it cost me about $50, $60 round trip with ferry tickets, right? She turned around and she says, so I bought you a plane ticket. She was looking it up that one day with me. She says, you buy a plane ticket for next day, you're paying like $300, right? Not including train ticket to get to Seattle. Then $5 or $10 for the light rail to go from Seattle to the airport, right? So in the end, I'm paying more money. I'm paying like 2/3 what's left over on my income, right? Well, you paying attention?
I am.
So she said the best course of action is one-way direct ticket. Even with a 4-hour layover at Seattle, you can just And do it that way and you're done.
2 hour, I have a 3-hour layover in Chicago, which isn't bad. It's not as long as the layover. When I came to Washington, I had a 6-hour layover in Chicago.
Well, I know. I had that too. But you guys get the idea. It's cheaper to do it this way, direct. But her mom wants me to fork out money. And then this is where I got fed up with it, okay? I got fed up with it because her mom's like, if you get her to the bus station, we'll buy a ticket. Well, a bus ticket's the same amount as a train ticket, so fuck it. Well, if you get her to the train station, get her to Seattle, we could do the rest. But I got to pay $20 to get to Seattle. What is she going to be stuck for there for 3 weeks? You think TSA is going to be happy you sitting in an airport for 3 weeks stinking, waiting for a ticket?
No.
You think your mom would, and then your mom would be like, go to the mental hospital. Even the basic mental clinics or the mental hospital in Seattle said the same fucking problem. I mean, literally, Chloe wants a mental hospital, go to fucking Peace Island. If she doesn't want to go to Peace, then she doesn't want the mental hospital hard enough for, what do you call it? She doesn't want it bad enough, so send her home. So, this morning I got a meeting with my advocate soon to talk about sending her home.
I mean, I could go to Peace and see if they can send me out to a mental hospital.
Yeah, but is it really worth it if you're getting a one-way ticket home and your mom picks you up? What's the point of going? Well, your mom wants you on meds that bad? She can get you on meds in Ohio. I mean, look, your mom doesn't. I mean, honestly, let's just cut the bullshit here,
actually,
okay?
my plan is I get up to Pittsburgh, I plan to find resources out there for a resort to my mom. Because my mom will just drug me up on meds, but I'm going out there.
Now, can we cut the bullshit? Let's cut the bullshit, okay? Or as I call it, cut the cheese. Chloe's mom doesn't really want to fucking pay a dime. I brought her out, I can ship her out. If I don't ship her out, I'm not serious about getting rid of her. If I get rid of her, then what? Mom's going to fucking do a different tactic? I mean, literally, the family's got their own tactics of revenge anyways. Her mom's probably got something up her damn sleeve anyways, but you know what? I just can't fucking sit here and support someone who, as Chloe knows, I can't. I mean, look, I'm a bad influence. I buy chips, Chloe buys chips. I buy cookies, Chloe buys cookies. I buy Cheez-Its, Chloe buys Cheez-Its. I mean, literally, it's a never-ending battle. A lot. Wow, that's where my can went. There. I grabbed the can that was empty, but you get the idea. So with me, I'm just tired of all the shit going on, literally. I mean, like I said, literally, people say, oh, it's not my fault. Well, let me put it this way, and I want to get Chloe's honest opinion, okay? No holding back punches now. Honest opinion now. In the past, in 2018, 2017, my hormones are $16. Is it my fault that they raised the price without me knowing?
No.
So is it my fault that I didn't budget it properly?
No, it's not.
All right. Well, what if
they pulled it? They just pulled one on you.
Well, exactly. Chloe went in there to talk to them about it, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm taking that from the insurance." I did. I called them this morning. They weren't happy. They're like, "Oh, that's their rate for trans people and genetic women who need estrogen." Now, let me basically say another thing. No punches here. Because as I said, it's my fault. I didn't budget $91 because I didn't think it was $91. My mind said it was $16. Now, advocates. We're talking about one in particular, an Opelco. They said that we put in our approval before Christmas. Remember,
Yeah.
It was December 21st.
They said we'd be covered.
We'd be covered. Instead, they didn't cover it. They said 6 to 12 weeks. You were there when the advocate set us up.
Yeah.
Did they say 6 to 12 weeks?
They didn't say it.
No, exactly. So I get an email from the advocate that confirms the same thing Opelco says, 6 to 12 weeks. In the meantime, they're like, just pay the bill. So was I stupid or was it my fault? Yes, it was because I assumed it was covered. So it's my fault that I assumed, which means ass out of you and me. But is it my fault that our bill is $121.62 for electricity?
No.
No.
We were supposed to have had that cover. We were supposed to be notified in the first place, you know?
6 to 12 weeks, it doesn't make fucking sense. Literally doesn't make sense at all. And that is where I want to say to my family who's watching that it's not my fault on this issue. Plain and simple. It isn't my fault. Now, you want to know what is my fault? Is taking Chloe in and trying to get Chloe to change when everyone else says, oh, you know, my family says, oh, we're proud of you. You're the only one that's looking after her and trying to take care of her. But honestly, I can't do it. I can't literally freaking do it anymore. I mean, literally, I can't sit there and, you know.
I can't sit here and wait for something to happen either, right?
I mean, look at Chloe. I mean, I'll tell you what. Even though I'm angry with, you know, and I'm getting Chloe out of here by buying a ticket out of my own pocket, I'm kind of proud of her for basically standing her ground and telling the Social Security I can't wait. I mean, the lady didn't have any answers. She should have. I was hoping Chloe would have said, oh, yes, the lady had some answers. Instead, she's like, it's understandable. Understandable? It's understandable. It's all you're going to say. It's understandable? What do you think?
This is bullshit.
Yeah, you see, there you go. You answered that question.
No one in this state really cares anymore.
Not when it comes to mental.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Chloe and I basically went through records the other day. You know what Chloe said? Chloe said pretty much outright that she's fucking furious that the mental clinic turned around and put in a record that she's got me to fall back on. I'm not a fucking bank. I mean, literally, in Moses Lake. Oh, hold on. Let's just cut the bullshit here, okay? Let's just cut the fucking thing, cut off all the fucking mold and stuff on the cheese and go straight for the cheese block. Are we ready? How hard and how much have we struggled since you lived with me?
A lot. We struggled.
Why don't you come here and talk about it in the camera? You take a
Look, we
minute.
struggled so bad that many times I regretted coming to Washington myself. I regretted it. You know, I should have just tried Allegheny and Lincoln, Pittsburgh back then. Or I should have just, you know, went in a shelter. Because here's the thing. I lived in Eastern Ohio at the time. I was staying out there for 7 months. And my grandparents were and my family out there were working with, they were calling Allegheny and Lincoln to have me go there. And, yeah, I said if I go there, it'd be, you know, if I get there, I could get a spot and I could get in for an intake. And they could see where I can go from there. I should have did that. I should have taken that path.
And yet, your mom,
or hell, I would have been better off going back to Arizona.
Or as your mom thinks,
at least I could have found work out there.
And as your mom said to these fucking social workers, especially the hospitals, Chloe needs group home. She can't take care of herself.
I don't even think transition's worth it anymore.
Sometimes I think the same thing with the fucking prices the way they are. I mean, $91. I mean, I would like to know for the viewers, because as you know, I got butthurt this morning because, you know, this whole Facebook thing. And I would like to know your opinion because, you know, I'm getting you a ticket between Monday and Tuesday to leave, but I'd like to get your input. What you were thinking, literally, for the audience, because I know there's other people who watch this besides Stinky and Gabby and Lexi and TJ and, you know, all these people, even your ex-roommate, you know. What was your thinking when you went to get my medicine? I mean, literally, I'd like to know what the fuck you were thinking at that time.
I was like, what the fuck? This isn't right. $93, I don't remember it being this.
I remember when I first started getting the estrogen in the vials from Dr. Weigel. He's retired, by the way. I can say his name. In Seattle, and I was getting it from Quincy. It was costing me $300 every 3 months. $300. That was going towards my.
appointment. You have one.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. I'm good. I'm good.
I'll walk with you on the way there, and I'll go to the store.
Yeah. That's the other thing. The advocates, that's the other thing. Okay, the advocates. Let's talk about that for a second. They think that taking care of Chloe is too much work, and the fact costs a lot, like the quarters, for example.
And what should I do while you're in there? Just go to the store and that's it?
Do what you wish. I mean, I'm talking about resources for once I pay my ticket for you. Buy your ticket. They said they'd help me with the resources for groceries because they know it's going to hurt me. I mean, and honestly, Chloe knows.
And I'm leaving the island because I'm doing everyone a favor. They want me off the island. I'm leaving.
Well, also, the problem is Chloe's. There's a couple other problems, and I will say this is, financially, as Chloe said, I can't take care of Chloe.
I just need to.
And secondly, we can't afford Chloe, And
I should have stayed at a sober house. I was in Phoenix because that would have been the best bet because I was fighting addictions. I mean, hey, Abs.
Get away from me, Dad.
Moppy, no.
This isn't your meal.
Anyways, I was fighting addictions. If anyone known that I was exposed to meth, and on top of that, when I did have a job, just to get by at times, I would drink. Just to put up with the shift because I didn't have any therapy or anything out in Arizona because their Medicaid plan at the time did not cover mental health at all. So, with that.
Well, I do want to say with the bullshit cut, what you think of the middle places out here to think that it's okay to freeload off someone like me.
It's bullshit. It is fucking bullshit. These mental places out here, they just want money. That's all they care about is the money.
Well, we know this.
They want to milk the cash cow. They don't care how many people they hurt. Helping people's not their business. Milking cash is their business.
I know. I mean, literally, I know. I mean, it's not good. And so, to me, it's not good at all.
At least out where I grew up, mental health places out there at least help people. At least they actually have solutions to mentally help people and not care much about the cash, about milking the cash cow.
Well, I did tell Chloe, Compass and Grant Integrated Services used to be compassionate and caring and not milking cash cow, but they changed that formulary a long time ago. I remember going through Compass and Grant a long time ago, and they're compassionate, caring. Now, it's all about the money. And no, I'm not doing the money, Sam. Well, I know it triggers you.
Do the udders. This.
What, the money said this? Driving a car.
No, udders. The cash cow. They're milking it for money. Mm-hmm.
Talking about your boobs.
Yeah.
Your udders, your teeth.
Well, I might lose those if I lose HRT. Well, as long as I keep the Aldactone, I'll be fine for now.
Well, you have Medicaid, so it's covered. But
if
still.
I could get back on Ohio or get on Pennsylvania Medicaid, that they cover that too, out there too.
Well, maybe they do a better job than this shithole state.
Oh yeah. Only thing is, if I go out there, I might be going back on the estradiol pills because I'm not going to give myself the injections because I don't trust myself with the needle. I don't trust that I could do a safe job. I usually leave that to the pros.
Well, I do a good job.
I know you do. But if I go out there and I get on estradiol valerate, as long as I could get to a doctor every 2 weeks and doctor could do it for me because I'm not doing it myself.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm afraid I will do it wrong and I'll die. So if I can't have a doctor do that for me, then I'll tell them I need the estradiol pills. And plus they'll be cheaper anyways that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I know, they're easier to acquire.
Easier to acquire, easier to take, and I don't have to worry about the needles. And And plus, it'll probably be easier for me if I acquire some busy schedule, which I'm hoping to find work wherever I go.
Did you tell the lady that on the Social Security call today?
No, I didn't, but I will be finding work out there. I'm not going to wait around for Social Security.
26 months for transferring.
I'm not waiting. Yeah. I'm not waiting. I'm going to go find work. And while I'm working, I'm going to find mental health out there, because I know the mental health systems out there is a lot better and they'll actually help. And I will see a therapist, even though it has to be twice a week, which I've been doing. There are times I saw my therapist out there twice a week, and it was
good for you.
It was good for me, and I actually, I like seeing my therapist out there. She was so nice, and we had friendly conversations.
So let me ask you then, just cutting the bullshit here for a second, because of this thing. So for the audience, because I'm buying Chloe a ticket, I'm going to see some advocates today about it. But what happened with? And you're saying there's great therapy out there, okay?
Yeah.
So what happened to the other therapy? I mean, not including Grant Integrated Services, Compass Health, Columbia Valley Community Health, Catholic Charities, and Sound. What was the difference between them and Jefferson? Out of curiosity,
Jefferson actually, they actually respected my choices on what treatment I wanted. The reason why I was on some meds out there, like the Rispedols, because I decided to try it to see if it did work, but they told me I didn't have to do it if I didn't want to. And their respect. Oh, you know what they also had too is they had what?
See, I'm learning something.
They had
here.
support group meetings for those with those who have mental problems. They had them I think it was monthly or week. It was like once a month. They had it there at the behavioral health at the hospital. And they put you in a room and you just talk to people, meet people, and just tell your stories.
My name's Chloe Spice. People call me Chloe Spice. Mama always said life's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
And you know what? Medicaid out there will pay for your transportation no matter where you're going to see a doctor. They won't just say, "Well, we'll only take you."
Oh, I mean, yeah, you remember Moses Lake where they said they'll take the cab, and Chloe's like, "Well, if that's the fucking case, I'll just fucking walk to the damn clinic." Remember?
Yeah, because they said they only take me to Grant because it's there. The thing is, at least in Ohio, if I went to go seek somewhere like in Cleveland or Cincinnati, they'll take me anywhere in the state. As long as it's in the state of Ohio, they took me there.
See, that's the problem between a Republican and a Democrat. The Democrats, they squeeze the money and say you can't go here and can't go there.
Well, Arizona's Republican, and they do the same thing as Washington. They are very particular, and they don't even provide the transportation unless under certain circumstances. At least in Ohio, Pennsylvania, or on the East Coast. The East Coast is just it's better organized out there because the East Coast has more. Has professionals that have been doing this a long time, and they have their systems have been established for a long time, and they know.
Well, yeah, Washington established in 1889, so their system ain't that good. But here's the problem: is like Chloe said, Arizona the same way. But here's the kicker: I'm going to give an example. I'm not going to give dates or anything. It's none of anyone's business. But Chloe's Social Security mental eval, right? The lady made it so close this month that it was so I could pay the ferry fees because she didn't want to pay the ferry fees. She'll get a taxi to there and back, but ferries at my cost, which that's money out of my pocket that can go for my groceries.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know why the mental health systems on the West Coast are shitty too, is because a lot of these medical places on the West Coast are more corporate. They've been expanding, buying out the smaller clinics and expanding their operations as much as they can. Where on the East Coast, they don't do that. On the East Coast, most clinics usually stay very local, and you go to another area, you have a whole nother system, and they don't expand because all of them been around for a long time. Or West Coast, since the West Coast was settled later, and it's been settled, a lot of cities expanded more recently. It's
all about the money.
They had to rely on the corporations to do it because they needed something now. But the East Coast didn't have to worry about that because they already had all this stuff on the East Coast a long time ago because their cities were already expanding during the age of industry. Because, you had New York as a hub. Pittsburgh had the steel mills.
You never answered the question. So you said that, let me get this correct. Jefferson basically said, try these meds if you want. Whereas you're saying out here, they're trying to force you on
They're
it.
trying to force me on meds, saying, I need this, I need this, I need this. If you don't want these meds, then why even come here? Or then they're like, well, what's this going to do for you? What's that going to do for you? At least in Jefferson Behavioral Health, they never once said that. Hell, even a place I went to in Arizona didn't belittle me. The one place in Arizona just did a piss poor job because they had people who are too incompetent to know what mental health was.
Of course.
But at least out in Ohio, there are people like, we know what we know what we can do and stuff like that. I mean, psychologist Mount Vernon, I don't know if he's diagnosed me with the right thing or he had to diagnose me with something because he couldn't diagnose borderline at the age I was. But
Mount Vernon, you mean Dr. F?
Yeah, Dr. Femera. Or F.
F, yeah.
I'll call him Dr. Mount Vernon guy.
Yeah. Well, when you said Mount Vernon, I was thinking of Mount Vernon, Washington. You haven't seen
Mount Vernon,
anyone
Ohio.
there
It's a
yet.
small town northeast out of Columbus.
Hmm.
It's about the size of Moses Lake. But yeah, this doctor has an office there, and pretty much he turned a house into his office, and he would see his patients there. And in the appointments too, he even offered a soda and a snack during the appointment.
Well, you mean like Dr. D? Offered coffee and little snacks too. Remember when she offered you a cup of coffee to help you with your nerves? Remember that?
Yeah.
She was a great doctor. She was looking forward to doing it, but it was that whole Catholic Charities thing that really screwed up. Where she was selling. Remember, she said it in my appointment with you.
Yeah.
Meds don't always work, and if you do have what you have, they don't work. She explained it. She's a psychiatrist, and Chloe's like, oh, where she said these hospitals, they just want to medicate you to the finest and rubber stamp you with a bipolar 1 or bipolar 2. And Chloe and I, we go round and round at times on bipolar and borderline. And as Poppy said, we shouldn't be dwelling on these diagnoses because it's a curse. But if you want to break down borderline and borderline versus bipolar, you can ask Chloe here, the expert, who's got what. My mom thought I had borderline.
Yeah. I think I know.
So what I'm saying is, who's got what? Am I bipolar or borderline or what?
I don't know. All I know is that I'll be looking forward to going back to Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah, I'll be looking forward to living in peace too, because it's hard. It literally is hard.
Mental health out in Washington is horrible.
So Grant Behavioral Health did what they said to you. Then let's break it down to the other one. Columbia Valley Community Health. What was it? They transferred you back to Grant. They didn't want to deal with you, right?
Yep.
And
that's the thing. If they find out you're not from their area, they'll transfer you to the nearest place in the state. They will. They'll just transfer you right back.
Well, look at that one day when we went to get help with Skagit and transferred you to Compass.
Yeah, that's what they do. Or at least out on the East Coast, they let you choose where you want to go. And if you don't like the clinic they recommend, they'll look up some resources of other places you can go, and not just force you to go to this place or like this is where you're going, whether you like it or not.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at
because out here, all they want to do is protect their corporations and protect their financial.
Well, look
interests.
at Sound, for example. When you asked me to get your records, how many offices did I call? All of them till I hit the right one. Because they have one corporate, but every office has separate records. So you call them up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, And then when you close your account, like a Compass, they send your records off to Everett, where you got to call the Everett office, and they say, "Oh yeah." I mean, I remember one time Chloe knows this to be true. She was with me. Should have seen her. One time we went into Compass, and I said, "Yeah, I'd like to get copies of my records for my new therapist." And that my therapist couldn't get it. They refused. Oh, DSH said this. So Chloe went in there with me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, $95." Chloe's like, $95 for how many pieces of paper? Rita's gonna lose food because of you. And they're like, nah. So I was like, well, fuck you.
All they want's money.
Literally, I mean, it cost me $300 for her records with Grant. And then when I asked for Grant, they wanted $600. So I'm like, I'm not paying $600 for records.
No. It's bad. It's all bad.
And then I talked to that one lady, Social Security lady. She said she couldn't get records from Cascade or Fairfax because you already have 3 sets of each and they want money.
Yeah.
And Social Security doesn't want to pay money. They're just like, here's a release info, cough up the records. They're like, nope, pay us here. You don't get the records. So the ladies, like, most of the places got it. Even they were even told Jefferson that. But you know what? Jefferson basically said, fine, you want them, here you go. There's not much here. But yeah, I mean, literally, and that's they got Smokey because they were free. But
oh yeah, and a place out here, they'll stack up so many diagnoses, even with just one visit.
I mean, it basically said in her stupid Grant record, we were going through the records Christmas Day while I was cooking. Chloe's looking at it, she says, I can't believe this. They're saying that the hospital records are wrong with borderline, that I'm completely bipolar.
Yeah.
It's a billing issue. They don't want to bill for borderline because they know they can't get money for it. So they're like, bipolar, meds. By the way, I was looking over my formulary last night.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know they want $2,700 a month for Latuda?
Oh my goodness.
That's the one that Sharon was on.
Yeah.
Who's got $2,700? But anyway, and so
it's money. It's all is money out here.
Well, you got to remember the pharmaceutical. Remember what Poppy said on the phone the other day? You were there when he was talking about kickbacks.
Pharmaceutical, yeah.
Yeah, so they only take the pharmaceutical kickbacks of the pharmaceutical companies. And for example, there's 2 meds that Poppy recommended. He's a psychologist, psychiatrist for Chloe. Did you know those meds are $3 a month? He couldn't even get his own doctor to prescribe him again. His doctor prescribed him like 4 different meds that would have equaled about $1,500. And Dad's like, no, I don't want you taking kickbacks from the, I know this. And he's like, oh, well,
We're gonna probably have to leave soon.
Well, yeah, exactly. But point is, I'm gonna be talking to advocates about tickets, etc. And frankly, Chloe knows I just don't want to deal with any more hell. I mean, Chloe knows I'm going through hell, and Chloe also knows I can't support her. I mean, literally. By the way, we're gonna have ribs tonight or not?
We'll have ribs tonight.
Oh yeah, maybe a little side order, baked beans to go with it. Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe we can swing by the store and get some of the grilling beans to go with our.
You want to go to the store with me after the appointment?
Well, might as well. I'm gonna have to take my umbrella, I think. But yeah.
Well, and when do you want me to meet you? You want me to meet you outside of the building?
The lady told me that my appointment would be done at 2.
Okay,
so,
I'll meet you at 2 then.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I can. When I'm done, I can always head over. But we'll take the cart too. I might swing by and pick up some hay for Bun Bun today too.
Yeah, I'll meet you at the where you have your appointment. I'll meet you outside.
Right. Right.
I'll leave like around 1:50.
Well, how much coffee how much quarters do I need? I mean, we got enough for 1 roll right now.
Yeah, I just got $10 bill in there.
Well, yeah, that was funny. I paid the resource center back for that transportation.
$10 of quarters will probably do.
Well, that's maybe 20 because what about the dryer?
Yeah. No, I only do 1 round with my clothes, and my clothes are still semi-damp. I just let them air dry.
Well, I don't like air drying mine.
I will make sure
but we also got all those towels and blankets in the storage thing too. Yeah, so, I mean, literally, it's the drying issue that's the real problem. It's not about me forking money on. Now, if it was $10, I could make $10 last for my clothes and Ebony's blankets, but 20 is sufficient. But because I have Chloe with me, it's 40. Chloe leaving. It's a complicated issue, But yeah, I mean, you heard it from her. All about the money. I mean, literally, so it's not literally, oh, she's refusing treatment. It's they're only thinking about themselves. They're thinking it's okay to fall back and read it. It's okay to fall back and read it. It's okay to fall back and read it. Whereas me, it's not okay to fall back and read it. Plain and simple. So, and with 41 minutes to go, I got to get moppy suited up. I got to use the toilet and etc. It's not cool, And on top of that, I got other issues to do before I go to. So, anyways, I will update you all when I get back from my video of part 4. I'll let you know how it goes. Because, like I said, I do want to get into some gaming today. I got some games I want to play that would be beneficial to making myself more stable than not basically playing the games. I also got to spend some time eventually cleaning my inbox out of my email because my inbox is pretty full. So, with that said, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, hit that like, subscribe button, hold some funding for the family, including your dogs and cats and your bunnies. Hit that bell notification for new content updated daily. Thanks for watching, everyone. Captain's Log out. NCC 77246, USS Excelsior. This transmission ends now.